Right, okay, this is the Angel Hug for Thursday, the 10th of January, and I feel as if I'm going to Atlantis for some reason. Okay, great. See, we've had this one so many times, but I have to give it because it's what came up. Right, so, unicorns again. So, as I look at this card, actually, what I feel about this coming towards the weekend is that it's really time for us to start acknowledging that at the weekend we can come into our pure sense of who we really are again. So everyone's out there trying to deal with this sense of what is the truth of my life, where am I really going, what am I looking for, and the temptations that come from other things that are pulling us in different directions, maybe to do with ambition, maybe to do with necessity, and feeding and clothing ourselves and things like that. And I just feel that today is a day to start beginning to prepare for the weekend in terms of how are you really going to honour yourself and honour your truth. So I'm going to read the card as well. In the Golden Age of Atlantis, unicorns helped maintain purity and divine innocence. So I just want to add that into the mix, that really, when we start concentrating on that unicorn energy, what we're thinking about is, not thinking. We're not thinking at all. We're thinking about not thinking, if we're thinking. We're actually just coming into the pure essence of who we are, beyond all of the thinking, beyond the physical body, beyond the shoulds, beyond the practicalities, and beyond reason and logic. And we're allowing ourselves to come into a space where we trust that divine essence to guide our lives. And I'm not even going to read the card because I just feel I have to kind of demonstrate that in practice. So what we do is we say, I don't know what's coming next. It's like channeling our lives. I don't know what's coming next, but I'm going to allow myself to fall into a place of divine purity without expectation. And I know that the words, the people, the situations, the promise will all fall into place, will all be there. I trust the divine, God, source, Great Spirit, whatever you want to call it. I trust you to lead me, and that is the purity of my heart in this situation. I may not be perfect. I may not always go forward in full faith. I may question you every step of the way. I may not believe in myself. I may not believe I can do this. But today, I'm going to go forward. I'm just going to go forward mindlessly into this thing that I already know in my mind somewhere, and I know deep in my heart is the right thing for me to do. And I am going to know and trust from that place of purity that you will meet me there every time that I ask. And I'm going to keep going forward in full faith that the way will be shown. I might not be able to see it, but because I step into this divine pure stream, everything will conspire to help me. My higher self will be on board with it and will be able to create miracles. God, source, will be on board with it and be able to create miracles. The angels will be in that space as well. Everything that is really powerful meets me in that space. So all I have to do is purify my intentions in the sense that I become willing to forget anything that is about a could or a would or a should or any other agenda apart from following the truth, my truth. Right, so that's it. And I'm going to read the note on the card now quickly, the final message, which says, if you draw this card, the unicorns wish to connect with you. Find time to be quiet, preferably out in nature. Think about them and allow them to touch you with the qualities of dignity, love, beauty and grace. They may offer you healing or reconnect you to your soul essence. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about reconnecting to the soul essence and allowing it to be the guiding force. And final word is remain open to a message from them today. And I would like to add, remain open to a message from your soul, from that purest place today. Ask for it and be open to it when you receive it. And even if you don't feel that you are prepared to, from that logical mental perspective, follow its guidance, write it down write down what that guidance was, because you can guarantee that if you decide that you will at least listen and acknowledge it, those nudges will become stronger, and so will the guidance about how you can do it, how you can make this thing work. So don't just dismiss it. What we do quite often is we ask for divine guidance, we see it, we get that flash of inspiration, and we think, oh, I couldn't possibly do that, that's insane, I couldn't possibly do that. So write it down, decide that, okay, I'm not going to do it, I'm going to get the inspiration and I'm going to ignore it, but write it down somewhere, and then go back and look at it when you start feeling desperate again and you realise that actually you might open yourself up to doing it. You might. Right, that's it for today, everyone. I'll be back Friday for the Weekend Angel Hug. Stay inspired and stay pure, and I mean that from the sense of honouring your soul essence and its yearnings, rather than, you know, any other kind of construct based on material purity or other people's judgments. Okay, have fun. Bye.